This week on NSU TV News, while other universities have been struggling in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, Northwestern State has broken its all-time enrollment record. Why have so many chosen NSU?
Later in the newscast, with the presidential election fast approaching in November, debate night took place in Demonland. We have all this and more.
I'm Sharissa Tanner.
And I'm Sydney Bulott. And
NSU TV starts now. Welcome to NSU TV. This week we bring you stories from across the NSU campus and local community.
Despite the ongoing pandemic, NSU has had record-breaking fall enrollment for the fall 2020 semester. Trinity Velasquez has our top story.
Northwestern State University set a new record enrollment of 11,447 students despite COVID-19. The most dramatic increases were seen in areas of dual enrollment, graduate school, and the freshman class.
And then retention. They retained. We retained our freshman class at 74%, which is really good.
Lucky said the two largest increases were in the School of Biological and Physical Sciences. Alternate certification and the new Computer Information Systems graduate program are also excelling in record enrollment.
I'm glad to be a part of that. I'm glad this school is being successful in that regard. As far as CIS, like I said before, I like the fact that it's a new course. I like that I'm part of the beta, if you are the test subject, if you will.
Although this year has been abnormal, students are still trying to obtain a regular college experience.
I think during COVID, people just wanted normalcy. High school seniors were already mad enough that they lost their prom and lost their graduations, but they want to go to school and they wanted to continue their education somewhere.
After classes went fully online during spring 2020 semester, many students struggled to transition. However, this semester, students have the option to meet face-to-face, virtually, or both. The NSU community has had to rely on one another more than ever.
They never lost that personal touch. It was just virtually, but you were still seeing the face.
Reporting for NSU TV, I'm Trinity Velasquez.
Demons are settling up to help McNeese State University in the wake of the severe damage caused by Hurricane Laura. NSU students have launched the Cowboy Collection Drive and are collecting donations to be delivered to Lake Charles on October 1st. The Cowboy Collection is seeking items such as paperware, cleaning supplies, plastic tools, storage containers, toiletry items, packaged undergarments, clotheslines, and clothespins. Donations can be dropped off at the Student Services Center, Columns Clubhouse, University Place 1 Clubhouse, or the Athletic Fieldhouse.
An NSU department geared toward helping low-income students succeed in college recently received a grant of $2.3 million. TRIO, located in the Office of Student Support Services, was established at NSU over 40 years ago to help students who struggle obtaining academic resources. TRIO's money originates from the U.S. Department of Education with grants awarded through a competitive process. Every 5 years, TRIO staff must reapply for funding. On August 15, 2020, the organization was notified of receiving the grant worth $2.3 million through this 5-year cycle. Ms. Welsh notes that one mandate for this funding cycle is to ensure student skills align with their choice of major. To accomplish this, TRIO will be partnering with community businesses to come talk to students to help them learn about various careers and what to do to prepare for them. To achieve this goal, TRIO will be partnering with community businesses to come in and talk to students to help them learn about various careers and what they will need to do to prepare for those careers.
Is to make sure that our students transition from high school into college and that they stay in college from year to year, persistence, they stay in college with good grades, and that they graduate within 4 to 6 years. And we provide a lot of services to help support those objectives to keep the student motivated and in college.
TRIO recently announced that the next business meetings will be with Bank of Montgomery and LeCap Federal Credit Union. Dates for these events will be announced soon. With more than 360 students served each semester, TRIO offers services such as free tutoring, financial literary workshops, and classes on improving study skills.
As a result of historic Hurricane Laura devastating Louisiana, Northwestern State University closed all campuses from Wednesday, October 26th until after Labor Day. What does their loss of class time mean for NSU? I took to the field to bring you the story. It's been a rocky start at NSU this semester, even though this boulder says welcome, demons. From COVID-19 keeping students masked up and social distancing to Hurricane Laura. NSU administrators have been scrambling to keep instruction on track.
So it was a little bit of a process. The first thing, we knew going into it that being 7 days of canceled classes, that we would have to make up some seat times.
I spoke with University Provost Dr. Greg Hondo by WebEx. He says instructors and students have flexibility in making up the missed times. He also explains the needs for this policy.
University of Louisiana Board of Supervisors and the Louisiana Board of Regents, we have a certain amount of seat time that we are required to provide for all of our classes. And with the cancellation of 7 days for Hurricane Laura, we were short about 150 minutes.
Instructors and students have been allowed flexibility for making up their seat time. Solutions includes creating videos, one-on-one meetings, or virtual lectures. Each method has been deemed acceptable by both faculty and university administration. Generally, professors and instructors think this is a good solution.
The fact that we were allowed kind of our own freedom in how we can come up with the content was really liked.
Still, the group most affected by the makeup time is students. The requirement only adds to the stress of an already unusual school year.
I think that, we did miss a lot of school, but I don't think that, we should have to make up as much, maybe like a few, but I think that maybe they could reduce some of the hours because it's not our fault.
No matter how students make up the time, the university would like it completed by Thanksgiving break. Reporting from the campus of Northwestern State University, I'm Sharissa Tanner. With one hardship after the next, NSU faculty, staff, and students continue to work together to overcome what has already proven to be one of the most historic semesters in Northwestern State's history.
After the break, fall athletics may have been canceled, but the Demons are preparing to return in the spring. Stay tuned for the spring football schedule.
That story and more coming up next on NSU TV.
I love NSU because it's given me a family of people who challenge me to try new things and encourage me to be a better person. Come see why I absolutely love this place. And as always, fork 'em Demons.
Welcome back. Now we head to the field house to get an insight on how the athletic department is dealing with the effects of coronavirus. Demon sports fans know all too well that the pandemic forced Northwestern State to cancel its fall athletics season. That move has left the seats empty at Turpin Stadium, at least for now. NSU's not alone because 80% of NCAA Division college teams dropped their fall season. Still, Demon athletics have kept up their training schedules to prepare for the spring season.
So that's great news for our athletes, it's great news for our fans, and it's great news for the students because we hope that they'll be able to come out in the spring and watch all of our games.
Here's what the spring schedule looks like for Demon football. The schedules for volleyball and soccer have yet to be released. Turpin Stadium won't stay completely empty this fall. NSU's athletic department plans on hosting events like a movie night so students can watch films on the stadium's massive video board. Talk about your big screen TV experience.
This past weekend, the rodeo came to Natchitoches. NSU TV's chief videographer, Travis Mitchell, tells us about one participant whose only interest in the event is clowning around.
Rudy. Entertainer all the way from Mississippi, Mr. Rudy Bird.
I'm originally from Gonzales, Louisiana. I was born and raised down there. Won the Barrel Man of the Year twice in the PRCA. Well, a barrel man is what I get in a barrel, weighs about 80 pounds. And as you can see tonight, it got crashed a couple of times. But, you know, people come to the rodeo to watch the bull riding. That's why they save it to last.
Well, we have the rodeo. And, of course, you know, the typical events for a rodeo.
Calf roping, team roping, bareback riding, saddle bronc, bull riding, breakaway. I forgot that one the other day. That was my other one.
Barrel racing.
Yeah, well, in the crowds, you can tell everybody's just ready to get out.
Yes.
Last night, we had a good crowd. Normally on a Saturday night is our bigger night. So, yeah, we're looking forward to a bigger crowd tonight. And everybody's just ready to do something.
Yes.
It's been 50 years of this. Oh yeah, I enjoy it. You know, I've been to Hawaii 3 times rodeoing. It's been a great life for me. Wouldn't trade it for any other thing. And I just hope I can do it about 50 more.
The rodeo was in town for the weekend of September 25th through the 27th and kept its promise of bringing family fun for those who attended.
The 2020 presidential election is in full swing, and on September 29th, President Trump and former Vice President Biden participated in the first debate. To help build awareness of campaign issues, the SGA hosted a debate watch party for the campus community. Our reporter Hannah Angel tells us more.
Both Democrat and Republican NSU students came together on September 29th to watch the first presidential debate for the 2020 election.
We decided to have this event because civic engagement is a big aspect of what student government does, and we like to encourage our fellow students in taking part in the democratic process.
Making sure to respect that democratic process, the Student Government Association took steps to ensure that all sides were equally represented.
Which news channel should we use that doesn't seem like we're endorsing a biased source, because you know people are concerned about that nowadays. So we've talked about these things.
The watch party was held here at the NSU Student Union, and the students seemed to appreciate the event. NSU sophomore Carly Blondin attended the event to experience the debate with her fellow students.
I decided to attend this event because I was more interested in seeing other people's reactions to the debate than just sitting at home and watching it alone, because I think everyone having different opinions is important.
NSU senior Tracy West attended the watch party to learn more about the candidates.
I attended the event because I wanted to hear both sides of the Republican and Democratic Party. It's a really good thing to understand both sides before making a vote.
Both Blondin and West finished the night by encouraging students to let their voices be heard.
Just go out there and vote. That's it.
Just get out there and vote. Every vote counts. Even if you don't think your vote matters, it does.
Have a good night.
Reporting from the campus of Northwestern State University, I'm Hannah Angel.
NSU's Student Government Association claims that they are planning other election-related events to be held before election night. Keep an eye on social media and NSU's website for updates.
Stay tuned to Go Back in Time with Park-Made Cinema 6's Drive-In Theater.
There's still more to come on this week's edition of NSU TV.
I love NSU because of the countless opportunities this campus has to offer, from allowing me to be a member of the football team to being a member of the Freshman Connection team. The opportunities on this campus are second to none. Come see why I absolutely love this place, and as always, fork 'em demons.
I love NSU because it's given me a family of people who challenge me to try new things and encourage me to be a better person. Come see why I absolutely love this place. And as always, fork 'em demons.
Welcome to Close the Newscast. Cinema is back with a classic twist. After months of theaters being closed due to COVID-19 regulations, select theaters around the country are kicking it old school. Parkway Cinema in Natchitoches is just one of those theaters bringing back the classic drive-in movie. For the next 6 to 8 weeks, you and your family can enjoy movie screenings 4 nights a week. Moviegoers can also enjoy a full concessions menu including popcorn, soda, candy, and much more. Owners Kathy and Doug Collins decided to bring back the drive-in as a way to reconnect people during the pandemic. While the indoor theater is also open, Collins states this gives people the option to social distance while still enjoying a night out.
People come to the theater for a night out. They want a 2-hour vacation. And so we take pride in bringing these older theaters kind of back to life in the towns in which we operate and giving people that 2-hour vacation. So it's fun, it is.
Movie times are as followed in the upcoming weeks. Showings include Back to the Future, American Graffiti, and the Lego Movie. Be sure to order tickets at acadianacinemas.com.
Years after a group of NSU social work students came together to help their fellow demons, the NSU Food Pantry is once again open and ready to serve students. The pantry is run by volunteers from the university and is an essential part of the campus community. Resources range from canned foods to hygiene products. Donations are always welcome and items can be picked up from 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 8 a.m. until noon on Friday. That is all for this week's newscast, but be sure to stay tuned after the credits for an exclusive interview with head football coach Brad Laird.
Laird will discuss the Demons' upcoming spring athletic season. From NSU TV News, thank you for watching and have a safe fall break.
Here with head football coach Brad Laird, the Demons finally have a schedule for 2021, at least the spring version, and coach, 6 games. I know you guys are eager, probably just as eager to know when and where you were playing as you are to get out there.
Yeah, you know, it's different as we all know, talking about our schedule at this time of year, but you know, Commissioner Tom Burnett and our athletic director Greg Burke, how much work they put in to get to where we are today, to be able to talk about a spring 2021 schedule. You know, you look at that schedule and you're talking about 7 football teams that are eager to compete for the Southland Conference Championship. You know, you look at our schedule, you kind of look at both ends of it. You look, you know, right off the bat, you got an away game at Lamar, new head football coach. Then at the end of it, you look at another away game to Incarnate Word. That was a playoff team a couple years ago, but you know, you look sandwiched in the middle is 3 out of 4 home games right here at Turpin Stadium, which we talk about. There's nothing like it on a Saturday night. Will some of them be on a Thursday night? You know, there's so many things that could happen, but you know, you look at our home games. You know, right off the bat, right after our first open date, March 6th, we have Nichols State coming here. What they've done over the last couple of years to be able to get them at home. You also have McNeese with another new head football coach. You got them at home. And then Sam Houston the success that they've had over the last several years. So, our home schedule, we're fired up about it. And then sandwiched in there amongst those 3 home games is another trip to Southeastern and, getting to the second round of the playoffs last year. So, when you line up week in and week out within this conference, you got to be ready to compete and got to be ready to play. And our guys, I can promise you this, as we go through the rest of this fall and prepare ourselves for the spring season, we'll be ready.
Unique in so many ways, not just playing in the spring, not just playing 6 games, but this schedule sets up to where you mentioned you play a week, you're off a week. You play a couple more weeks, you're off another week. And then you potentially have the week between the end of the regular season and the FCS playoffs. That's got to be a good thing in some ways, but I know also it may present a challenge because you guys are creatures of habit.
Yeah, and the thing that you got to look at right now, the 3 open dates, as we, we talk about the schedule that we have right now with the 3 open dates that you talked about. They one comes before Nichols. I think the other one comes before Sam Houston. The other one comes before the start of playoffs. So, looking at the positives about these, they actually fall at pretty good times. And it's really a crapshoot once you put the schedule together when you're talking about 7 teams compared to what we normally would be in the fall. So, as we break down the schedule, we look at it as opportunities that we have during those open weeks to get some guys back healthy and get refreshed, and also, get ready to play some great football teams that we got coming off open weeks.
And I know no matter what the calendar says, when you're playing for a championship, that's your one and only goal.
No doubt. And, as we look at those 6 games to be 1-0 each and every week, as we look at this fall, as legislations that has passed that allows us to have, quote, fall ball, to be able to have 15 days of practice and 15 practices within 34 days here in the fall, and for our guys to be able to go out and be able to put the pads on and continue to find ways to get better.